Hey, here we are for the first official podcast for the allergic writer. Allergic to shellfish and dumb shit. That's my official title. Do you like that, Wilma?
We didn't have to swear, but okay.
Come on now. Don't start that, okay?
Ah,
I think it's I think it's great.
all right.
Okay. So we're gonna this is still probably gonna be raggedy, but we're just jumping in and going for it. I
All
want to
right.
play around with this sound card. We're going to talk about my debut novel. We're going to talk about some theater that we used to do back in the day. We're going to talk about a play uh, that Wilma has done. Oh, I guess I could introduce ourselves. I am Patricia Miller, the author and host of this wonderful podcast. Once again, the allergic writer, allergic to shellfish and dumb shit. And my first official guest, is writer, editor, playwright, director, theater owner, what else? What else do you do? What else do you
I'm a
do?
child of God, child. I'm a child of
Okay,
God.
okay. Wilma Pruitt in Springfield, Massachusetts. I appreciate you being here. So,
Trying to
how are
cuss
you
me out
today?
because I can figure out how to log on. I'd have come over there just to smack you and get back on the plane and come home. Trying to get me involved with technological crap, and you know I don't like this. I am a
Well, I
Luddite.
needed to start. I
I
know it, but
am
I
a
needed to start.
Luddite. I told you you could have put somebody else on here, or you could have been on here by
I did.
yourself.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm not ready to be by myself because I gotta learn how to talk to myself. I mean, I already talk to myself,
yeah. Well, see,
but I got to learn
you
how
got
to
see, you got a whole
talk
room
to
full of
myself.
people there. You got a room full of people there.
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Medicate some of them, and chill out.
Yeah. Okay. But I needed to get this going because
All right, get going.
this
Go, go,
is
go.
yeah, I mean I
Giddy up.
had to get it going. I want
Yeah,
to
giddy up. Get it
feature
going. Get it going. Get it going.
okay, okay. All right, hush. I'm just trying to tell the people what's going to be on the show
All right.
eventually. I'm going to I'm going to be featuring independent authors. We're going to talk about publishing and uh maybe I might get some traditionally published authors on. We'll talk about that side of publishing, just talk about writing, artsy stuff. Anybody who was in the arts or micro business, independent business people, those are the type of people that I want to talk to and just have some fun conversation with, while we're talking about our products and services and our books and our art and all of that. So everybody else has a podcast. I mean, I might as well. I don't really have an advertising budget, so I got to do something else to get that book out. Speaking of the book, Yellow Cake Chocolate Frosting is my debut novel. It is available on Amazon. And if you just so happen to search it and you put in yellow cake chocolate frosting, you must put book at the end because if you don't, you're going to get a bunch of pictures of cakes because I tried searching it without book and it's not there. When I figure out how to edit this podcast and wherever all the titles go and links and all of that stuff. I will have all my links, in the description box or whatever, wherever it goes. I don't know. We're just diving in. So Wilma helped me with the with yellow cake chocolate frosting, and she's read it 100 times like me. And we're going to talk about yellow cake chocolate frosting today.
Okay.
And so tell me, um, who was your well, what was your favorite? Who was your favorite character in yellow cake chocolate
Yeah, you
frosting?
know it's Jackson, huh? Love that boy. He is just too much.
You know what?
I
I
like
guess maybe
I,
first we probably should tell them what it's about.
okay.
It's a romance. It is the first book in a series of right now 3 books. Uh, it's about 4 girls who grew up in an orphanage, and they had some trauma. And it's the books are showing how each each girl's trauma is displaying itself or manifesting itself. And Shannon, the first book, Yellow Cake Chocolate Frosting, she's the most stable out of all of the girls, I would say. Um, but I know you just didn't yawn on my podcast. Podcast.
I've been yawning through the whole thing.
Don't be
I have stomach
don't
issues. People
yawn
have
on my podcast.
people
This
who
is
have
the
stomach
first.
issues
This is the
yawn.
first.
Okay.
This is the first official allergic writer podcast, and you have to have a certain amount of decorum to be on this podcast. So
Well,
don't be yawning in the microphone on the podcast.
all right.
Boy, I tell you, some people you thought they had some home training and you thought they was raised right, but I'm telling you. Anyway,
Well, this is what
back
I
to
have
Shannon.
morphed into as an adult. This is the new butterfly, darling.
Okay,
This is what I morphed into.
right. I'll let you have it then.
Thank you.
Anyway, back to Shannon.
Okay.
Shannon is the main character. She is what you saying, okay, you already know.
Yeah, I just said okay. She's the
She
main character, and
Okay.
you say
Yeah,
she's
so this
stable.
is this is the first book.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the most stable out of all of them. You know about the other ones. So um I would say she's the most stable. Well, you know what? I take that back. I think her Sheridan is stable, but she's just in that situation in the second book, right?
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
You
Sheridan
know.
is stable.
Well, you're going to have to develop her more. Okay. You're gonna have to
Well,
round
she's
her out because
already
right now
she's
she's no, 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 no. Right now she is extremely one dimensional, and you're gonna have to work on that.
Okay, so we're not even going to talk about that right
No,
now. So
we better get
because
back to yellow cake.
we'll get on a whole tangent
Yes,
about
so let's get back to yellow cake. Okay,
book 2.
um, yellow cake. When she first presented it to me, it was. I liked the characters. I liked all of them. I liked the situation that they were in, and she has created this alternate universe. And I went, "Wow, this is different." And a lot of people are finding problems with not really problems, but a lot of the stuff that's happened in the usual stuff that people write is so it's been there, done that. They've told it every which way they can. They've told it from every point of view possible. So they're going into a kind of a fantasy element with it. And a lot of the writers are having a lot of success with that. So I watched one that I hadn't seen before, Adelaide, and this woman was in a car accident in the 20s, and she was basically dead. And then lightning struck her car and it jolted her back to life, and she didn't age anymore. And I went, wow, all right, that's interesting. So what Pat has done here is she's decided on like another dimensional universe that is that has Earth-like elements in it, but it's supposedly on a different level. Whereas they have a lot of things that we have on Earth, and then they have these people who are basically living parallel lives in this universe. And she has incorporated space travel, which I think is interesting. And I think she could have gone farther with that, and she wouldn't do it. So I told her, all right, forget you too then. And then she brought in her characters and she developed them, and I started to like them more. And of course, as I said before, my favorite is Jackson. And in this alternate universe, people can uh, you can you can become pretty much whatever you want if you put a little effort into it, even more so than here. And the Shannon character, as she says, they had lived in this orphanage and they had gone through a lot of changes. And then one of her things had always been that she always had this crush on this man who was a musician. He was very famous, and she actually just said, wow, I'd love to meet him. And then she goes to this retreat and she actually meets him. And Jackson is a rock star. He's tall, he has all this gorgeous long dark hair and these piercing blue eyes. And she's like, oh my God. And he decides that he likes the Shannon character, and they he takes her on a whirlwind tour. He gives her everything that she's ever dreamed of. And then she eventually starts to question, was this really what she was dreaming of? And then she meets this other character that I told her he is the sweetest guy. But she, you give him a little backbone, and she wouldn't do it. So,
Has a
but he's
backbone. He
no,
has a
he
backbone. And
no,
you
no,
know Terry
hold on.
has a backbone.
No, first of all,
Yes.
another fantasy part, and I don't think I don't know, I don't know, but anyway, he's just too sweet. It's too nice. Sometimes there's just too nice, and I think he was.
Well,
That's
that's
just
well
me.
it's
But the
it's a
story
fiction.
is very interesting, and I think you should buy the book. I think you should read it. And it's a different ride. It takes you to a different place, and it has you thinking about things. And she uses some subtle things uh that draw you in and keep you going. She has this nostalgic nostalgic whimsy, if you will. And she and the Shannon and the second character share this nostalgic whimsy. They like old clothes and old music. I mean, just stuff that you would never notice in music. She showcases, excuse me, a Michael Jackson song or a Jackson 5 song in here that I had never heard of, but I have also never owned a Jackson 5 album in my life. So I couldn't read the jacket and look at the liner notes or anything like that and say, oh, I remember this song. I never heard of it. But the way she has it in
You're
the book,
weird.
nice. Huh?
Weird.
And now you need you break it up, kiddo.
Did
You
I?
sound okay. That's better. Before you were sounding like Chewy there, that Chewy
Okay.
Baka. You
Okay. Well, I hope it doesn't come off. I hope it doesn't come off over the recording because I mean, my editing, we're going to see how that works out. But anyway,
Well, you can
Yeah, how
edit
could
out
you
my
not own a
yawns.
Jackson 5?
Oh, you can edit out my yawning. That'll be
Oh my God.
cool.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay.
But
And your
anyway, like I said, the
throat.
book is interesting, and I didn't know she had it in her. I've known her for a lot of years. She lived here with me in Massachusetts. I met her in '93, I believe it was. So we've known each other almost 30 years. Oh my
Oh my
God.
God.
That's scary, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I met her in '93, and turns out she wanted to do some acting. I had a little community theater company, and they said, "Oh, Pat's interested in doing some acting." I went, "She is? Well, let's see what she has." So she came and read for me, and I went, "Okay, I could do this." And at the time, I wanted to do Lorraine Hansberry's "A Raisin in the Sun," and I did it. I put it up, and she played Ruth. She did a really good job. And another one of our good friends, Bernice, played Lena. And at the time, Bernice was 25, and she brought this character, she brought Lena Younger out like you would not believe. She was phenomenal in that. And then, um, what would you do? Two shows together? Yeah, we did two, and then after we
Yeah.
did "A Raisin in the Sun," we did an original play of mine called "Scenes from a Coffee House," and Pat helped to direct because she said, we're writers with issues. So one of mine is I go through depressions. So she came through for me and directed it for me. I was going through one of my depressions. I was like, "Look, I am tired. I've had it up to here with everything and everybody." And she was like, "Oh, I'll do it. It's going to happen." We had the cast together, and some wonderful people came out of that. Very talented people, extremely talented people who had the ability but had never had an opportunity to showcase it. So that was one of the platforms for Mustard Seed Theater, was to be a platform for people to showcase their talent. People who had never been in a play or hadn't done anything theatrical since they were in high school, and they were coming forward and wanting to do this, and a lot of talented people came forward. I made it happen for me. So
We had a good time.
yes, we did.
Those were fun. Those
Yes,
were fun days.
yes, they
And
were.
I remember, if we had moved back, remember when I went and got my license to be on the radio?
Yeah, I remember
Remember, and
that.
we did the commercial? We
Yeah,
did the commercial for the play,
yes, we did.
and it was so fun. It was so much fun. I wish I still had. I only did about three. I mean, I used to do the news in the afternoon. I don't know if you remember that. I would do the
No, because
little
I was
news break.
working. It was either working or sleeping.
Right, right, right.
Because I was working
So I
nights, so if
would
it
do the
was during
news
the day,
break.
I was asleep.
Yep. You were, yep, because you were at, we had left the other job,
Yep.
and
And I
and we
had
all
my
had
other
different
job.
jobs then.
Yeah, I had my other
Yeah.
job, and I was working
And I
nights.
think I only did 3 or 4 nighttime broadcasts. And I had so much fun. I was in that building by myself at 3 o'clock in the morning,
Hmm.
spinning records. They probably don't even, I don't even have a clue what the inside of a radio station looks like now. They probably don't. I mean, I know they
It
don't
looks
in a
like
record
what you have
studio.
there now. Most people don't even go to the actual studio anymore. They broadcast from their house.
Oh yeah, that was I used to want to have a radio station, and I mean it costs a lot of money to have a radio station, but now you can have a radio station like you said in your house.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was so fun, and I would do the old school, old slow jams at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was so fun. That was like, now this is the kind of stuff I could do if you could only just do something and not have to worry about how much money you made.
Hmm.
That was so fun. That was awesome. Being on the radio.
Syndication. Syndication. That's the word. Syndication.
Well, you know what? I have a lot of research to do in regards to what you can and cannot broadcast. I know about not broadcasting like on podcasts and YouTube videos and things like that. You cannot um, use copyrighted music. Um, but I mean, if you get permission, you can.
Hmm.
As far as like radio stations, that's like a whole different ball game.
Well,
So
what you
I don't know.
do
It's
is
just so
you
much.
become a member of BMI and ASCAP, and then you can play their music because you will be paying your dues every year to be a member of BMI and ASCAP. And that way the musicians will get theirs. And they're getting all this nice free publicity, and you and ASCAP and BMI will be sending them a little something something for all the music that you play. So
Okay, yeah, I
that's
have to
how
look
that
that up,
works.
Wilma,
Honey, they make the
because
dance
I
studio.
don't think that works like that.
Yes, it does. If you join
I don't know,
BMI,
just because I don't know. Okay, we're not gonna argue on this podcast, okay?
no, because I hang up. That I know how to do very well, my dear.
Oh my god. Oh my
But
god.
anyway,
I know. I mean, you do have to look. It's so much research, and I just don't have. I don't have time.
oh, all
You
right then.
when you still work, you could do the research for me.
No, 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 no. Retired and retired and retired. No, people keep trying to come and have me do stuff, but nope, I'm not doing anything. No.
You are doing something right now.
Well, and I'm watching the little timer go there. We're at 22 minutes. Yeah, I'll give you a couple more. Then I'm gonna see you later, sister.
No, I'm talking about reading book two. I'm talking about reading book two. You're
Oh
reading
yeah,
book
I'm working
two
on
right
that.
now.
Yeah, I'm reading the second one.
Uh huh.
I'm getting there. I'm
Yeah.
reading it. But she keeps trying to tell me how to read her stuff. And it's like, well, forget you. I'll put it down for a while. I'll read it later. I'm not going to tell you about it. So I have to tell her not now. Oh, you're going to watch TV and read my book at the same time? See, I
Yeah. Well,
told
you
her,
can't. You gotta focus.
I am doing just fine.
I
Okay.
bet you if there's a way, if there's any beta readers that read or ARC readers who happen to come across this podcast and they leave comments or whatever, I can guarantee you
I
they're
want to
gonna
see them
say
and they'll tell you, leave her alone.
no. They're gonna say
Let her
you
do it
can't watch
her way.
TV.
Either
No,
her way or
no,
you do it yourself. Now,
no. You
no.
can't read and watch TV at the same time.
Yes, yes, I can. Because I only look up
No,
at the
you
TV
can't.
when I hear something interesting. And I go, oh, that sounds interesting. So I watch for a couple of minutes and then I'm back to the page. I'm in the story. I know where I am in the story and I see what's going on and I see what needs to be going on in there. And it's like, all right, I make my notes and move on. Now we've had this argument before about people telling you how to do your artistic thing. Okay? Because see, so many people don't respect the
Yeah, but
process. People don't respect the process. And there you go.
I don't
Yeah,
write
exactly.
and watch TV at the same time. I write, and when I write, I have music on in the background.
Okay, there's
that
a
makes
distraction.
that gives me the feeling. No, it's not. No,
Yes, well,
actually, music
just like TV
music
isn't
makes me
a
right.
distraction for me, music isn't a distraction for you.
No,
But anyway,
no,
like I said,
music is
people keep
not.
trying to get me to do stuff, and it's like, look, I'm retired. Don't bother me. But I am always encouraging. I always tell you, keep going, girlfriend. You can do it because you are talented. You have an imagination, and I love that. You need to have that in order to be a writer, and you have it. You have what it takes to be a writer. You come up with some very interesting characters and in situations I would never have even thought of. So you keep doing what you do, and I'll read
I
it a little
am.
bit. Okay, and I'll tell you what I think, and then I'm gonna watch television, and then I'm gonna take a nap.
Ah.
Napping, number one. Oh, like the characters in her book, she tells them that it's important to rest, and I agree totally. And it's important to rest. I get my
It
rest.
is. It is.
Yep, get my
It is.
rest.
And I get mine too. And that's why I'm not as far along as I would like to be, because I'm not going to burn myself out, but I get overwhelmed with thinking about all the things that I should be doing or I want to do, or
Mm,
I need to research this, or I need to look up that, and I need to figure out how to do the voiceover on this music clip for the intro of the podcast. And it's just a bunch of stuff,
mm.
and
All right.
I'm not gonna stay up and until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning doing that stuff when I have to go to a regular job. And so I just can only do what I can do.
All
So
right.
that's why I need you guys to just bombard Amazon and buy all the copies of Yellow Cake Chocolate Frosting. And when
Christmas
Black Jelly
presents,
Beans comes out,
birthday presents, Valentine's
yes.
Day presents. It's a nice love story to give to your significant other. They'll like it.
Mm-hmm. And there's even been men that have read the book. So,
And
and they
they
liked it.
like Jackson. You gotta read this book. You gotta meet Jackson. You gotta meet Jackson, honey.
Oh my
He
God.
is the
I've
man.
created a monster.
He is the man. Yeah. He is the man. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Shannon is collateral damage, but that's just the way it is. You meet characters like that.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna show up in book 2, but not very much.
Yeah, not enough. Not enough.
He shows up enough.
Hmm.
Yeah, because it's not about him anymore.
Yeah, I know.
God, give him a break.
Okay, fine.
You and my cousin. Give
Yeah.
him a break. I don't know what else
Sometimes
to
you
do with
well,
him
look, sometimes when you're
anyway.
writing and you're creating a character, the character grows and becomes something that you had no idea they would become. And I have
Mm-hmm.
written, my own things, and people go, "Oh, I love this person." I'm like, "You're kidding, really? Well, all righty then. Thank you very much. I appreciate it." But then sometimes you
Yeah,
just come up
like
with an idea and it
things
grows.
that
And
you should go ahead and get published.
yeah, yeah.
Like I said, things that you should go ahead and get published.
Oh, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll think about it at some point. I'll do some more typing. I have a lot of typing to do, and I don't like doing that. My fingers cramp up and whatnot. I don't like that.
Well,
And I
hire
can't hire a
somebody.
type. No, every time I hire a typist, they decide, oh, I want to be a writer myself, and I got to go work on my own stuff. Like, well, go ahead, go bye byes. Go bye bye.
Go to one of the colleges and go and hire a college student.
No, I'm not hiring anybody right now. I'll work on it in my due
Okay.
time. I work on it in my due time. I'll
Okay.
get her done.
Uh,
I'll get her done. Oh,
okay.
this other thing is like the first thing you let me read some years ago. It was going to be like a one act play, and that was very good. I enjoyed that. And then your visualization is amazing. The thing is, the way, like I told you, you when you're pitching your stories, it sounds like you're pitching a movie. That things would play better as a movie
Mm-hmm.
because you have so much in there, so much visual content. It's like I like to see this. This is beautiful. What you have described is absolutely amazing. And then, and you've
Yeah, but you
explained a lot of it.
you didn't like Ming.
No, because she wasn't even one dimensional. She was one half dimension. She was just there. No, she wrote this story and it had this character in it that did nothing for the story whatsoever. She had
I
her
don't
characters
understand.
that we loved and that I loved that were well developed and on the paper, and I was like, okay, I want to see what's going to happen next. Then she brought out this person, okay, pretty girl, and she's doing this and that, meets absolutely gorgeous guy, and they're together, and they just do boring conversation. Then she decides, okay, pretty girl is gonna get involved in some kind of crazy illegal activity, and it's like, really? And then
Yeah, but you
she met
didn't.
some guy, and it was just,
She
it
was
was
she was
one half dimensional. You gave her nothing. You gave her no life. She was just there. She was a picture. She was a
no, she
photograph.
wasn't. She was taking
Yes,
care
she
of her
was.
sister.
No,
She was taking
no,
care of her
no, no,
sister,
no,
and she
no,
got rid of that man.
no, 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 no,
I
no.
don't even
And then you
understand.
brought now
I don't
what
even
you have
understand.
done, in my opinion, in so many ways, you have brought Ming back in the guise of Mina. Only one letter separating the name. Mina, Ming, Mina, Ming, and
Ming
and
is Mina is totally different than me.
but you give Mina has
Totally
dimension.
different.
She has texture. She has she has flavor. She has something.
Hmm.
She brings something. This other girl, it no. Mm-mm. I did not like her. She was too one dimension, too half dimensional.
Okay. I still
And you're
never
hard
understood
headed. I
why
keep
you
telling
said that
you.
about her.
What? What? I missed what you
I
said.
just never understood. I said I never understood why you
Okay,
said
all
that
right.
about her.
Your cousin that loves Jackson, let him read that. Let him read Mina. I guarantee you, he will be in agreement with me.
Oh, you
Yeah,
mean Ming,
yeah. Let him read
not
that
Mina.
story. Yeah, he's gonna love Mina, but Ming, nah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, you let him read her already?
No, 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 no. I haven't let
You
him read
should.
her.
You should let him read that because he would tell you, Pat. This is the one. This is the one right here. This is the one you should be doing, not this other thing. Forget that. Okay. Like people want to
Okay.
write, like they have, like I have this other friend, her gift is art, is visual art. She's an amazing artist, in my opinion. She got good grades, as far as her art being graded in school, and then people wanted to buy some of her paintings while she was in school. But she tries to write and she can't. It's not hers. It's not her gift. But writing is yours. That's your gift.